White House Percussion presents the WOW System Pad. Is smooth. The thickness 3/4 inch, and you have a little handle cut out here that you can carry. With this system pad and the Foots practice pedal, every drummer will have the tools to make the motion studies that they need when they apply it to the larger instruments, such as drum set, timpani, bongos, snare drum. We'll just turn the pad with the handle away from us. We have the 8-inch pad. This is simple enough, like any practice pad. We practice our exercises. If I use the practice pedal in the very beginning, I accentuate the importance of tempo. So 1, the simple pad here. 2, we incorporate this as a timekeeper and a rhythm study. I'll use the softer one, the gum rubber, for my timekeeper, my bass drum pedal, and this for the rhythm. That's the second way. Third process, same technique, but I'll use the pad and the hard substance. The pad will now be my timekeeper and the hard surface will be my rhythm. Cool thing here is I can immediately go over here and reverse it. That's the third way. Fourth way, I use the 3 3/4 inch rubber in order to isolate my stick tips. Always a problem for young drummers, playing all over the pad or the head of a drum and not bringing them into one single area. This 3 3/4 surface allows us that smaller area to focus our stick tip work. As soon as the student goes off, you hear the click. See, you hear immediately when I've strayed away from the rubber pad. Using the medium pads, I can work bongo and timpani movements. So let's flip it around so that we place the normal Western approach, high pitch, low pitch. By using these two medium pads, I have the motion and I have the implied tonality. I could move the pad so that it's at an angle. Now I can use my hands on here. Not that it's supposed to simulate real head use like on a bongo or congas. We can, using this technique, get the idea of how our hand placement. If we were to use our bongos between our legs, we would have this high and low pitch. Now that's just a little side benefit. That's not a necessary implied purpose of the pad. So we're leaving that just as a 5A. So 1 is the large pad, 2 was the timekeeper rhythm, 3 was the hard surface timekeeper and rhythm, 4 is the medium sized pad, either one of them to isolate the sticks, 5 is the cross movement between the medium pads. Now if we turn the pad around again, if we use this as our primary pad, and use the external medium pads for accent movement. By making the student move out to these medium points, it increases distance in that speed that we're playing, and if they have a firm, clear vision in their mind of moving out for that accent, it's an easy enough thing to bring this to height up on the drum. This distance now becomes this. So the patterns that were here are easily transferred. Now I'm going to bring us to a really cool thing. Say I'm an aspiring drum set player. Now by just rotating the pad a little bit, this is straight on with my body. Now I have the snare placement, small tom, low tom. And I can use this for my ride cymbal and this for my hi-hat. Using the practice pedal, if we just turn the pad with the handle toward us, and we have the 8-inch pad places this center like on a drum, and we start to work dynamic control by moving to the edge of the pad. The problem with a normal head tension pad, you try and do that, you recognize it doesn't have this quality. Here we have that general deeper, bigger sound. Here we have that different, tighter, softer. See, even if I play loud on the edge here, it's thin. That's due to the movement across the polyethylene that you're playing on, not just the rubber pad. Now we come to the advanced, one of the final ones. This is 9. If we practiced here, we learn how to keep our sticks in an area, but a pretty large area. Then we move that to the 3 3/4 medium pad. We practiced here with the big one. Our sticks might be moving around a bit. As we went to the 3 3/4 medium pad, either red or tan, we brought our stick tips in closer, regardless of our grip. Now if we go to the 2 3/4, now we've got better control over the stick tips. As soon as the stick goes out, you hear. And unfortunately, most young students would probably sound like this. What we want. Now we come to 2 of the last super cool methods of using this pad, I think. Just by flipping the pad over, now this surface is my brush practice. Now for the last one, the 11th one. For all the drum corps hopefuls out there, this has a sound quality without as much damage to the ear and a similar response. The WOW system pad